Hello, everyone. I pray you're doing well. I just wanted to give you an update because I know it's been a minute. So first, starting with the in-ground garden and the raised bed garden that I was working on at the end of last year, um, that really wasn't successful. I was able to harvest a few different plants, but they were kind of dwarfed. One of the things that caused that, and the reasons why that happened, is because of the cold front and just the really cold weather that was approaching that I was telling you all about. Um, it really just stunted everything from the carrots to the turnips to the pumpkins. The lettuce, some of the lettuce didn't grow anymore after about 2 or 3 weeks, and that was pretty much the rest of it. Today, I'm going to work on planting some flowers in my raised bed garden and taking out some weeds and adding some more soil to that. And yeah, I'll show you what everything looks like now. And then we'll hop into working on the raised bed garden. Okay, so this is what things look like now. It's May, so it's really rainy. If you can, I don't know if you can or can't tell, but the ground's pretty saturated. Um, I think maybe this is a spring onion that's trying to grow. I can't remember everything that I planted towards this part of the garden, but that's how things are looking now. I'm really gonna wait for this to dry up before I work on tilling it, but this is how the in-ground garden looks. Here is the raised bed garden. As you can see, these are like a lot of the weeds. Um, I don't know what those are, some of them. Um, this, I believe, is the lettuce that I had growing. Um, I don't know if that stuff's edible, but I am gonna pull it and throw it out. Some interesting things I found and saw was the marigolds that I planted. They're supposed to be annuals, if I understood that correctly. And as you can see, these are the old marigolds from last year, right? They died and withered away and everything. And now we have new ones growing here in May. Um, let's see what else I wanted to show you. So I actually had to get my little labels out basically for these. So I didn't keep my labels for the marigolds because I know what marigolds are. But yep, it looks like sorry, you can't see that. It looks like the two different ones are growing. So when I went out and picked up flowers last year, I picked up this Cerbina Cobalt. It's purple. Oh, I think that color is coming up good. The purple showing. And I picked up Blew My Mind as well. And this is when I picked up the marigold over there. Um, you can see the Cerbina Cobalt. I believe that's this right here is purple. This was also an annual, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if it says it on the back. Yeah, it's an annual. I'm trying to look at my phone while looking at this, but yeah, it's an annual, and yeah, this one's an annual as well. The blew my mind. But this one, I don't see where these were at here. I know they were somewhere over here, but the purple one's coming up and the blue one's coming up. When they start to develop a little bit more, I'm probably going to separate them and put them in different spaces. I'm gonna leave one here and then move the other one over. Um, these other two, I actually went and bought another. To me, it's looking purple here, but it kind of looks more bluish. But I don't know why it's not picking up the true color on these labella plants that I mentioned. I'm gonna try to put a picture up for you all to see what the actual blue color looks like, but I think it was something with the lighting or Just the camera lens wasn't able to, not being able to pick up the color properly. But I was noticing that it just was not picking up the color and it was still looking purple. But in person, they're actually really almost like a violet blue color. And that's why I was like kind of tripping up when I was talking and kind of getting confused, because earlier when I was looking at the cobalt plant, because when I'm looking at the cobalt, because I was looking at my phone, and as I'm looking at the cobalt on my phone, the cobalt and the labella both look the same color almost. But when you actually are looking at them with your naked eye, they're two completely different colors. The cobalt is purple and the labella is blue. But it's kind of weird. So I wanted to show you a photo so you can kind of get a better feel for it. Yeah, it's blue. It's I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce this. Magdi Compact Blue Bay Labila, and it's an annual, and it just needs partial sun. Here's the details on the back if you want to look at those. I bought this because I didn't know if these were gonna come up this year. And I didn't see them when I had walked over here the day before. I'm gonna find somewhere to plant these. Um, Trying to figure that out as I'm speaking. Um, this red one is called Prime Red Calico. It's an annual as well. I'm gonna find somewhere to plant this as well. I intentionally bought this red one. I like it. It's really really nice. I was really wanting to get something like yellow or oranges instead of the blue. Um, but like I said, I got the blue because I wasn't sure if these were gonna come up again this year. Um, but I know for sure too. I wanted to share that, and because I think I shared that. Oh wow, I'm sorry, I was tripping this whole time. So this whole plant is actually a purple plant. It's the um it's the cobalt, Sabrina cobalt. I was thinking this blue I saw was attached to this, but it's actually separated. So I don't know where this blew my mind is at. Because like I said, I was thinking I didn't see it out here anywhere. That's why I got this one. So this is all that purple Sabrina cobalt, and then this is the new blue plant that I have. I'll find somewhere to put that at as well. But yeah, I am going to, and this is the soil. This is actually manure. Well, I don't know what that is. Hummus and manure. This is some topsoil, and that's peat moss. I'm not gonna put that peat moss in this. That's for things I grow separately. But yeah, let's hop into cleaning this up and planting those flowers. Okay, we're gonna hop into this. I'm gonna put these gloves on. I usually don't wear gloves, but I don't feel like getting all that wet, dirty mud. I don't feel like getting that mud and dirt and stuff like that all over my hands and having to wash it off. Um, so yeah, just gonna pull this out. Try to retain as much as of this soil as possible. I'm gonna just pull the big stuff out first. I really wish I knew what this was, but I do not know what this is. I feel like it's something I planted during the winter, but I just don't remember what it is. Because there's really not a lot of weeds growing here. This is really just stuff that I planted that died. And that's another thing that I was thinking about sharing that I didn't share. This looks like it might be marigold, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Um, I feel like today's a good day to be doing this because the soil's wet. Um, I just really didn't feel like doing this while the soil was all dry and stuff, because we're basically still in a drought. Um, but it's been raining the last few days, and it's gonna rain some on the days following today. So the soil's nice and moist, so I can pull all the weeds out easily. And then on top of that, I can plant these flowers, and the soil will still be moist. Here's the marigold. So I said show. So it goes to show you, like, that's why I really wanted to point that out. If you're planting a garden or just, you're just planting something in general, it's nice to consider the annuals, because you're not gonna have to purchase something over and over again, consistently spending, $5 and $10. I just spent about $6-7 plus tax, or $5 plus tax, and now I got a marigold that just keeps returning. And then the cool thing about that and the other two is that they're gonna keep away pests and stuff like that from the scent that they push out. So that's something that's gonna be nice as well. I went and got this hoe because I wanted to, like, tease up the soil a little bit, or loosen it up some. That's another thing I'll say as well, is that there's a lot more soil that can go inside of this. I just haven't had the chance to finish filling it all the way. This can be tossed out. I know there's probably good nutrients in it, but I don't really want that in there just yet. I'll keep some of it, but not all of it. And I'm putting most of the soil over here because there's more of a need for soil on this side than that side, because that side was filled up first with soil. Okay. I'm tempted to dump that peat moss in there just because I want to get rid of it, but I might just leave it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pour it in there because I don't want it. I'll just get a fresh bag of it. That'll be good for the soil. I'll just call it soil diversity if that's the thing. Hope I don't have ants in my sandals. Okay. Oh shoot. I didn't mean to do that.
Yes, those were ants, and they were tearing me up. I didn't fully realize it until I made it inside, and I actually saw a couple on me, and itching the whole 9 yards. But yeah, make sure you're paying attention to insects and things like that in your garden.
Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. Put the red right here because this needs full sun. So I'm gonna put it right here. And the blue one, it's right there. The blue one, it needs partial sun if I remember correct. Yeah, partial sun. So I'm gonna put it here because there's actually a tree towering over it. So it's gonna dig a hole. Oh shoot! Wow, wasn't expecting that. The things you find in your garden. So I'm gonna dig a partial hole and hold up. Okay, I'm back. I just was checking to see if that was caught on camera, but and it was. So yeah. Anyway, let's refocus. I'm gonna plant this. Okay, so the footage I had ended up getting cut off while I was planting, because I ran out of storage. So I'm kind of gonna go over everything that I planted here. So in this corner, weighing 5 ounces, standing at 3 inches tall. No, on a serious note, this is the Magni Compact Blue Bay Labelli, or Labella. I really like the way it looks. I feel like it's complementing everything else well. I feel like everything is complementing it well. Um, Over here we have the Red Prime Calico. I really like the way that this one looks. Um, yeah, it's really unique. Here I have the Serbina Cobalt. I feel like this one just speaks for itself. I can't wait to see it, continuing to grow more. And then, as I mentioned quite a few times, we have the Marigold. These two, I feel like, are going to do great with keeping those insects away. I've tried to stay away from using pesticides, but I will say last year I used some pesticide because, as you saw earlier in the video, there were actually ants over here again that returned. So because when I use that pesticide, the ants usually go away, but the moment that stuff gets washed away with the rain or whatever, the ants kind of find their way back. So I'm just trying to keep all of that away. I don't mind insects and even that reptile and stuff. I'm just trying to keep those things away as much as I can, for the health of what I'm planting. Um, yeah, and then so even when I was planning, I wanted to mention that too. I actually didn't water any of this about a week or so ago when I filmed that. Um, the soil was so like spongy, it was like a wet sponge, that to me it didn't make sense to add more water. The soil was spongy. All the planters that this plant was in and that plant was in, that soil was wet, so I just planted everything as is, and they've been taken to the soil very well. And yeah, this is the garden so far. There's much more to come, and yeah, just stick around. I hope you enjoyed it.